How are you? What's the crack? It's Matt here at the Magic Minds podcast. I've not posted a video or put any content out in a long time. The truth of the matter, I'm absolutely struggling. Um, Making this video is possibly one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But just feel like, as my pal Debs would say, creation is the opposite to destruction. So this is a part of creation. This is part of a process um, that I'm going through. So Jesus, my mind is absolutely scrambled. So what am I going through? I'm absolutely struggling with anxiety. I'm struggling with panic attacks. Uh, why? That's what everyone asks. What triggered it? What was going on? What am I experiencing? Is what I'll tell people. You know, looking for the why is what I do, and I'll get to that in a minute. Uh, I'm experiencing, my hands are absolutely shaking. I'm experiencing fear, terror, anxiety, worry, rage, shame, guilt. Just absolutely petrified. I'm terrified. Uh, and that's what I'm going through at the moment. It's not consistent. It's not like it's happening every hour of the day. It's moments like this that it absolutely engulfs me. I'm on fire with it right now. I'm shaking. There's an adrenal attack. My amygdala is going bananas. Uh, and it starts to distort my reality. I start seeing things differently, and once I start thinking, I see things differently, and I lose my train of thought. So where did it all uh, start? Well, Saturday 2 weeks ago, or Saturday a week ago, I was here with my young one in the house, and I went to the toilet. I was reading a book, The Divine CEO, by my mentor Jeff Thompson, and about God, and I was studying it because I've already read it, and a few things I read in it was make me think. I was talking about certain parts, and I was thinking about them. Then I went into the room and I was looking at my phone. The room seemed so bright. My phone started jumping up and down, and I thought I was tripping. I thought like I've done LSD years ago, and I thought I was coming up on an acid. I thought it was this. My reality was becoming distorted. The room looked brighter. I couldn't make sense of anything, and I went into an absolute panic, a rage. Went right through me of worry. My daughter was lying in bed. What am I going to do? How am I going to look after her? What am I going to do? What will I get her married in? I panicked like fuck. I couldn't make head nor tail. The room looked like it was a pure day, but it was in a house. I was like, oh, I'm certainly tripping. I'm not seeing things properly. I have a pain in my neck that it does affect my eyesight sometimes, but it's a muscle problem. And I keep thinking, am I taking a stroke? Is this a stroke? And crazy stuff went flying through my mind. My mind went on fire. I thought my blood sugars went down. I got scared about my health last year, thinking I was a diabetic. I was a pre-diabetic. Crazy for someone that exercised so much. There was 101 things flying around. I had some sugars. I tried to fix it, but nothing was working. And then it subsided. But my thinking had started. The train of thoughts were started. It was gone. It was like the dart, 120 miles an hour. Boom, 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 boom. Thoughts. So I let it subside. I had some food. I thought that'd be the answer, but the thinking just wouldn't stop. It's this, it's that. You're going blind. You're having a stroke, or you're losing your mind. I started thinking because I was reading Divine CEO and other stuff that I studied. Maybe I'm going to another dimension. Maybe I'm losing reality. I started thinking I was going off my mind. I was absolutely in a panic. And then all the while, I had my daughter with me, uh, and that was making it worse. So I said to myself, what am I going to do? Always what they do, how they fix it. Uh, I said, right, get out of the house. We get out of the house. And we went to do some Mother's Day shopping, get our ma some cards and some presents and all that kind of jazz. And we were doing that. And then I bumped into the person that abused me as a kid. Now, I had been talking about him the day before, and I was I know that they were struggling with their own health, and it was on my mind. And I have let the rage and terror and anger and want to hurt that person go a long, long time ago. And I truly believe that I moved into a path of forgiveness. So the universe is a little bit crazy. On this day, it presents me with that person, and I seen them, and I stopped them, and I told them I forgive them. Uh, yeah, and I truly meant it. I truly meant it. I've nothing but compassion, and we shook hands, and I told them 3 times I forgive them, and we hugged, and I wished him well, and hopefully he was okay. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm not advising anyone, but that's what felt right for me. I have compassion and forgiveness. I truly believe that if somebody has hurt somebody, there's a reason why, and I'd say they've been hurt themselves badly, and they've done it unconsciously. Again, I'm not saying that for anyone to do. This is my path. This is what I truly believe, and I think this is the right thing to do. Um, yeah, so that absolutely blew me away. I was in tears over that, and the day just went like that. It was in my mind all day, always up in my mind. Think, how to fix this, what I do. I got through the day, got my daughter home, and then since then, it's been an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I cannot get out of my head. I've been in my head since then, not again consistently. Between now and then, I've read the guts of maybe 3 or 4 books. I've watched tons of videos. I've made my whiteboard out there, a plan. I've had many plans. I'll do this, and this. I'll exercise. I'll create plans. I'll fix it all the way, digging deeper to fix. When the root of the problem is fear, anxiety, worry, rage, loneliness, sadness. These are the problems that I'm going through. And I've been doing this work a long time, and I've talked about it, and I've read about it, and I've not been experiencing it. I've not been allowing it to be. I'm not allowing these feelings to happen. I wrote a book. It's around here somewhere, From My Head to My Heart. Now I'm in my head again. And the way to the solution is in my heart, by feeling it, feeling all the feelings, the sadness, the fear, the anxiety, the loneliness, feeling them. I'm not feeling them. I'm trying to fix it. I've been doing this forever and a day. I was feeling it so much, but I haven't thoroughly let the experience of all that's going on, whether it be the coronavirus, whether it's my mom and dad's health. My dad has been going through cancer for so many years. The thoughts of losing my dad, I've never processed that. He has cancer. He's doing well, but I've never worried or oh, it'll be all right, it'll be grand, everything will be grand, it'll all be grand, blah, 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 right, move on. I met a pal of mine last week, and I was telling her about how much I'm struggling. She goes, "Have you been crying?" And I says, "Yeah." And she says, "With who?" And I says, "On my own." And she says, "You've not been witness to the crying?" I says, "No." I says, "I've been in my gaff crying, no one has really seen me cry." And that has been the modus operandus for me for since I was a kid, since a little kid. I've not let anybody see me cry, really. Rarely people see me cry, rarely. So I left there and I went to my ma's, and I lost it. I absolutely lost it. I told my ma I was lonely and I was sad, and here's the thing, my ma hasn't seen me cry since I was a baby, since I was a toddler. Never let her see me cry. Or me dad. All the breakups went through, I talked about it, but I came home to my back cave and I cried here on my own. No one see me cry. Unless I was with girls and they see me cry, we're breaking up maybe. But generally, no. I'll tell you I'm not doing great through text, or I'll say, yeah, I'm not feeling great, and I'll get on with it, but I'll come here and I'll close off and I'll stay in my cave and I'll fix it myself. And that's something I've not been doing in this process. Yeah, I've been out there and I've been rolling around the ground like there's venom inside me, like there's a black tar that I just can't get out, and I'm screaming and I'm crying. But I'm also going to me ma's and I'm crying to me ma's and I'm crying to me dad and I'm crying with me pals. I'm being more connected than I ever have been before. I've gone out with friends when I've wanted, when it's been just an absolute nightmare to do, but I've gone to it. I've gone to work. I've gone to work. Then in work, I'd be engulfed with fear and anxiety. I'd start thinking I'm seeing things or not seeing things properly. My eyesight's at me and all. Then all of a sudden, feeling creates thinking, thinking creates feeling, and then it'll start. And I just can't rationalise it. But the thing is, I can't fix it. What I do now is I go out to my car and I scream and I roar and I cry and I bawl my eyes out. I release it. And then it just settles. I just settle. But it seems like an absolute nightmare. I can't fix it. I text my friends. I'm in a struggle. I'm fucking panicking. Up to yesterday. Yesterday, I decided that, right, I'm just not going to feed the feelings. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to, like, when it comes on, I let it go through me and I go. Again, that was blocking it out. I'm going to close away from friends because I thought to myself, you know what, over the last week you've been telling people this, you've been doing this, you're just feeding it. You're feeding it. You're making it worse. Stop feeding it. Mind over matter, blah, blah, blah. No. Oh, I need to connect to people. I need to tell them that I'm struggling. I need to tell people that I'm sad. I need to tell people that I'm afraid. My heart is breaking. I'm falling apart. But I'm not falling apart. It feels like I'm falling apart. I walked in for counselling 2013, and I said to her, I says, I feel like I'm falling apart. I'm in an absolute chaos. But I know I'll be all right. And that's the thing in this situation. I know I'll be all right. It's an absolute nightmare. It's an absolute terror. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, but I know that I'll be okay. I'll come out the other side. You know, and I'm in a panic that people are going to go take antidepressants, go see the doctor, get medication. I rang the doctor last week and they said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to give you a note or do you want to review your medication that you were on years ago? I said, no, I don't want to fucking review my medication. No, please. Don't think I'm knocking people that take medication or medication is bad. I promise you, I'm not doing that. No way. Not for me. I don't want to numb my feelings. I don't drink. I don't take drugs. And I'm certainly not going to start taking medication to numb my feelings, because I've done that for so many years. And look where it's brought me. You know, I got so far getting from my head to my heart, and then I'm back in again. So I have to retrain. So I'm going through the shame of, oh, I thought you knew about this, thought you knew about mindfulness, thought you knew about meditation, yada, yada, yada. This is like I'm back in college again. This is like I'm back in first class learning about life again. It's unreal. But this is a teacher. This is going to teach me something. I was just driving out work and I was listening to the Matthew McConaughey book. And he talks about his brother fighting his dad and his dad lying on the ground after hitting him with a plank like he was dead. Boom, that triggered a learning for me. I haven't processed the difficulties that my dad's going through. My dad's cancer. My dad's phenomenal. And I haven't processed that. How scared I am. How worried I am of losing my man, dad. You know, and I was in tears on the way home from work, bawling my eyes out to knock the thing off, and I had to express that. And that's just what I have to do. That's where I'm at right now. You know, the answers that I'm looking for are not in my book. Oh, that's another thing. I didn't believe in my book beforehand. I didn't actually give acknowledgement. But that stuff that I'm doing right now, staying connected, feeling it, going through it, being present, that's all that I have to do at the moment. That's what I need to do to get through this. Staying connected to people, feeling my feelings, not jumping up here, intellectualizing it and trying to fix it. So what am I doing at the moment? I'm staying connected to my friends. I'm staying connected to my family. I'm crying when I need to cry. I'm roaring, I'm shouting, I'm rolling around when I need to do it. I'm letting it out. I'm not holding it in. I'm not saying I'm okay when I'm not okay. I'm going to tell when I'm struggling, I'm struggling. You know, I'm blessed at the moment. I'm blessed. Like, you know, they say that the universe And that's another thing. I was like, oh, I thought I was like freaking out, ghosts and this and the universe. All that I was looking for is then producing what I need, and then I'm pushing it away. I don't want to see purple. I don't see numbers. I don't see angel. Everything has me on fire at the moment. But what I'm doing now is I'm reaching out to me pals. I'm reaching out to me family. I'm staying connected. And I'd say the same to you guys, you know, anyone out there that's struggling, you will get what you're looking for, you know. And as they say, the universe will give you what you need when you need it and when you ask for it. Like, you know, my family have been amazing. My ma has been incredible. Like crying in your ma in your I've never cried in my ma's arms, telling me ma uh, that I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I'm lost. I'm lonely. I'm fucking telling that to your ma as a man, and your ma my man said, I don't know what to do for you. All I can do is be here for you. And that's all I want. Me dad has cancer, and I'm down there crying that I'm falling apart. And he has cancer, and he's there for me. He's ringing me. Me pal Debs, both Debs Collins, Debs, and like just being absolutely there for me all the time. And I feel guilty that I'm wrecking their heads, texting them. I'm struggling there, and like, just tell me, just tell me. I'm like, I should have this sorted. I should know what to do. Blah blah blah. And they're like, no, reach out, connect, stay connected. Pals in work, hugging me, minding me. Uh, me pal Andy, hugs, like just like this is stuff I've never ever done before. This is counterintuitive to me to reach out, look for help. I've never asked for help. I've helped people. People are always saying, you know, you're so good and you help people, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm really good at that. But being vulnerable and in need of help has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Like there's a number of me pal JL. There's just Eva. Like there's so many people. The amount of people, Sue, Mary. There's so many people that have texted me, Joanne, me sister and all. Like the amount of people that have sent me messages that have noticed that I've gone off the radar and just sending me love and kindness. It's just fucking phenomenal. So I'm sorry this is an absolute long video. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna be okay. I know that truly I'm gonna be okay. Is it gonna be hard? Yes. Am I gonna come out of this better? Yes. It's just fucking a nightmare and it's hard as fuck. But I get through it. I hope this video serves you well. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it can be of any service to you, please reach out. Let us know, myself or Andy. We'll point you in the direction of professionals. But yeah, that's the one thing I'll say to people is there is no specific way. Your way is the right way. You will find your way, but get people to help you. Reach out for support. You know, staying connected with people. Uh, Doing the things that serve you well, you know, things that you enjoy, things that bring you love, compassion, and kindness. Do those things. If if that brings you peace of mind, that's what you do. I've no advice. I never give anybody advice. I really, really don't. You will find your own way. Stay connected to people. Stay talking. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. That's one of the greatest difficulties I've had with this piece as well. Is I don't want to be here. It's accepting that this is the way life is right now, and that's fucking so difficult. You know, I'm writing poetry. I'm scribbling down. I'm trying to work through the process. I'm being terribly impatient with it. You know, I want everything done yesterday. I want to move through this as quick as possible. So yeah, patience, feeling the emotions, not judging it, experience it, cry when you need to cry, tell people you're struggling, owning it, releasing it. Yeah, I suppose I could write a whole book on this. Maybe that's another book. I need to keep in your sense of humour. You know, I can go from an absolute terror of crying, and then I will say something dark and non-PC to people that I'm pals with. And that's just the way to do it for me. That's how I'm getting through it, you know. But I'll be okay. And if you're struggling, I hope you will be okay. Um, Love and kindness to you. Absolutely love and kindness to you. Um, have a fantastic day. And as always, mind your little self. And that's something I'm trying to practice at the moment, is minding my little self. So good luck. Have a great day. Love and kindness to you. Bye bye.